Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to solve number 3 together. You'll notice on number 3 that it's not as pretty as the other examples. So we have to do a little bit of work beforehand. Remember the goal. We're trying to basically get an easy substitution. What that means is you want one variable on the side by itself and everything else over to the other side. So I'm going to just go ahead and spoil it for you. We are going to choose this one. I think it'll make more sense as I do this why I'm choosing this. And what does that mean? It means I'm going to choose this equation to rearrange. And just bear with me and just trust me for a moment what I mean by that. So I'm going to write this down and I'm going to rearrange it. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to basically, I want to get this x by itself. Could I choose to get the y by itself? Yes, I could, but it'll introduce some weird things we don't want to deal with, like dividing by 4 and fractions and all that. So I'm going to pick the easiest thing. Since this x is already by itself, I'm going to solve for x. So I'm going to subtract 4y on both sides. Subtract negative 4y on both sides. Now, I'm going to walk around and see kids doing this. These numbers do not go together. There is no variable next to this top negative 4, but there is a variable on this bottom one. They do not go together, so you have to put them next to each other. So we have negative 4y minus 4. So sorry for those terrible looking marks. Those are awful. We'll get used to it. These cross out right there, leaving me just the x. So I have x equals negative 4y minus 4. That's what I have. I've rearranged this one into x equals negative 4y minus 4. So I'm going to just go ahead and jump into it. I'm now going to take, we'll label this again. This is equation A, and this one is equation B. I'm going to take the rearranged equation B, and I'm going to shove it into A. So I'm going to write down A, and the one we're going to use is the x. Why? Because check it out over here. We have x by ourselves. With all this garbage we can substitute. Plus 5y equals 2. One of the things that I've noticed about students is y'all don't understand fully, some of y'all do, the fullness of what an equal sign means. Equals in math is very important. It means interchangeable, essentially. So in this system, this x literally is equal to this negative 4y minus 4. They're literally interchangeable as far as this problem goes. So now instead of writing my x, I'm going to go ahead and fill in this negative 4y minus 4. Fun part, now you can see right here, we are going to have to deal with distribution, and I know a lot of y'all can't stand that, and I get that. We're going to deal with distribution. What is distribution? It's multiplication. Distribution is multiplication. So 3 times negative 4y is negative 12y. Negative 12y. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. I have to bring my 5y down. That's what we have left over on this side. And then I'm going to equal it to 2. Cool. Check it out. We have things we need to group together. The things we need to group on this side, negative 12y and 5y. When we group, every time we group, meaning shove together, we're doing addition and subtraction. So this is negative 12y plus 5y. That would end up being negative 7y. It's like this. That's negative 7y minus 12. And if you're wondering, oh my God, I wasn't paying attention, where does that negative 7y come from? The negative 7y came from the red. So when you put those together, it looks like that. So now we're going to go ahead and bring down the right side, which is equal to 2. Got it? Now we're going to add 12 to both sides. If I can use this pin correctly. We're going to add 12 to both sides. These cancel out. Womp, womp. I'm going to write down my negative 7y equals 14. That was a terrible 14, even for my life. 14. There we go. I'm going to divide out the negative 7. Again, these are skills we in theory have mastered. I know how that goes though. And then this cancels out here. That goes away. We're left with y equals 14 over negative 7, which actually reduces down to negative 2. So we have solved our y. In the other two examples, we solve for x first. It doesn't matter what order you solve it in. Doesn't matter what order you solve it in. So we found our y, and I think that's neat, but I'm a math teacher, and this is kind of my life. So here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick either A or B to use, and I'm going to back substitute, meaning now that I found this negative 2, I'm going to go back and substitute again. I'm going to use equation B because it looks prettier and easier. So here we go. X, beautiful x plus 4y. And if you're wondering, like, where am I getting this from? It's equation B. Instead of the y, I'm going to write a parentheses, and I'm going to fill in the number. And if you're lost, just bear with me, because I'm going to go ahead and color code this as well. I'm so tired of these little marks. They're ugly. I'm getting a new pen for this, so hopefully that will help with the weird marks. No, doesn't look like that. So far, 4 is my worst. Got it. Okay, so where did I get this from? I'm going to show you the colors right now. Under purple, here's my y right there. And here's my y in equation B. And here's where I put it right here. So you can push pause and follow that if you're stuck on that. If not, I'm going to move forward. And now I have x plus, actually it's x minus. Why is it x minus? Because I'm going to multiply 4 times negative 2, which is negative 8, equaling to negative 4. Cool. Now I'm going to add 8 to both sides. Add 8 to both sides. And I get x equals 4. And then we have our solution, y'all. And the solution is a point. 4, comma, negative 2. And that's that. Sorry for the scribbles. Like I said, I'm going to work on that handwriting. It's garbage.